Welcome to BTS Beans FF's disclaimer. This is a pure work of fanfiction. What's wrong? He raised a brow, looking at Wen, who was standing in front of him with slightly lower head. His eyes slightly softened to see her nervous expression as he sighs and asked her again politely. What happened, princess? Is there any problem in studies? He crawled to Wen sticks on her nickname. She loves it when he gave her any new pet name, as she bowed slightly, raising her head and nods, making him light up a chuckle. How do he always know what kind of help she needed? Tell me, I'm here to help. He smiled slightly, boosting her confidence. Gosh, his soft side was too far, and she was honored to have this just for her. When cleared her throat and put her hand on his extended hand as he slightly pulled her towards him, making her eyes widened as her heart started drumming in her ribcage. Jungkook, she guessed, putting her hand on his to maintain distance, and his smirks to see her flushed cheeks. He took a stray strand of hairs behind her ear, cupping her cheeks. Tell me why you're actually here. To make me forget everything around and focus on you and only you, or is the reason is really a question of status? He teased, smirking, and one side widened in shock. By now, she was sitting on his. Excuse me, sir. What do you say? Before she saw what was coming, and she forgot to breathe. John. She tried to push him away, which she successfully did, and he chuckles to see her flush and angry at the same time. You're cute, he murmured, and one gave him a glare. What was that for? She hissed, getting angry. You know, well, one expression didn't change, as if she really didn't know, and Jungkook's arms wrapped around Wen's waist as he pulled her closer. Call me sir again, and I'll tell you what happened. When pursed her lips in their line, knowing the meaning behind very well. We promised something. You did, and I was like, yes, one glared him, while gritting her teeth like a mad kitten. We promised, Jungkook, you made a deal with me that we're not going to do anything before March. Puts out as he struggles to escape from his strong muscle arms and he smirks. Not my fault. She just so tempting to resist. He teased her more, but sighs, not wanting to make her uneasy. I'm kidding. Relax. First I remember, and surely I'm a man of my words. Her head fluttered again as she let out a sigh of relief. Great. You better be keep your words. She got up. I'll sit there. She pointed towards the area, his eyes, and sit beside her. The question you're here for? He extended his hand to took her book, which she immediately gave to him. Which one? He asked, and she pointed towards the question, making him nod as they started explaining everything. Jacob was explaining everything in details while one was listening attentively, sitting beside him. He was a really good teacher. The way he explains was really impressive, and you actually learned it right away. Do you understand anything? He asked, and one smiles, finally understanding it. She was literally struggling to solve it from last 2 hours, and he explained it in minutes as she nods in response. Yes, I do. You literally make it so easy, she chirped happily. Can I explain this question too? She pointed towards the questions, and he narrowed his eyes because she was supposed to learn it herself as practice. Come on, Jungkook, don't look at me like that. Now, I'm your future wife anyways. Can't I get later privilege, please? She pouts it and while showing him her puppy eyes, he smiles faintly on her cuteness. Don't you think you're using your card in wrong ways? My soon-to-be Mrs. Cheon, he teased in dominating but voice, and a tint of you cover her cheeks to do the way he said. I no, of course not, she stutters as she closed her eyes, slightly being embarrassed now. Try to learn it yourself, and if you weren't able to understand it, then I will explain it to you. He suggested, and she make a annoying face, but suddenly an idea popped in her mind as she smirks. Let's make a deal. Here is a bro. Teach me this question too, and in return, I will give you on a text. Jungkook smirks but shakes his head in disbelief. What's going in this wild mind of yours, kitten? He grabbed her jaw, making her to look towards him in eyes. As much as I love your offer, my beloved future wifey, but my answer is no. He smiled, and one face fell down. Okay, fine. I shall leave then. She gets up to leave, and his eyes in see her disappointed look. When wait, she stops and turns towards him with lower head. He hated this look on her face as he sighed slowly, accepting his defeat. Everyone in his family really says right. She have literally wrapped him around her little finger. Okay, okay, sure is a bro. What okay? I'll teach you the questions too. Her mood immediately lit up as she immediately sat back before he changed his mind again, making him chuckle on her cue response. Few more minutes passed, and he professionally teach her other questions too. Gosh, that was easy. Why I was not getting them? She was getting up. Before she took a few steps, his arm stopped her as she curiously looked back towards him. You're forgetting something. She was a brown confused. Deal, baby. You make a deal with me. A few minutes ago, remember? Her cheeks flushed. Can we delay it for some more time? She bit her lower lip nervously, and he shook his head as no. Having no other option left, she sighs as she leans forward, but instead he turns his face. Her eyes widen, but before she pulled away, he pulled her closer by putting his hand around her waist. Eventually, one gave up. A few minutes later, her cheeks darker shade of beetroot while he was smirking in triumph. If I'm getting every time I teach you, I have no problem in teaching you every day. He smirks and she smack. Shut this pretty mouth of yours, Jungkook, she murmurs, hiding herself in his as he let out a brief chuckle. As they say both smile slightly. A few minutes passed, both of them sat there quietly. When? He murmured softly as he hummed in response. Can we get married now, please? The wait is too much, baby, and my patience is getting low. I want to keep you to myself forever. When he was sitting, looked up towards him. His face was speaking for himself. She can see through his genuine words as she grazed his cheek slightly. Is it that hard to wait? He nods with closed eyes, leaning on her touch. We're engaged for almost 2 years now, babe. Don't you think it's finally time to get settled? Moreover, you got graduating in 2 months. His wife muffled as he was leaving some. One's eyes closed automatically as she pressed the thin line. What do you say? Jungkook stopped. Damn me, you like it, and I will. He smirks in annoyance and pulled away from him. Stop, she murmurs as she hastily got up and collected her belongings, while he stared at her with a disappointed look. I'm sorry if I make you uncomfortable. One hand, who was collecting her things, stopped on place as he jerked her head towards him. Jungkook, she murmured softly. I got it, Ryan. You don't need to explain. I'm outside, in case you want me to drop you back home. Or if you want to go wherever, it's up to you. His voice seemed scolded, and he didn't spare her even a single glance. One's heart clenched, but before she tried to explain her point of view, he was already gone. She sighs, sitting back on the couch. He was in the room when Ryan approached him with steady steps, as he raised a brow but didn't look up, making her feel as if she really did something wrong. Jungkook, I didn't mean to hurt you, she whispers, and he nods. I know Ryan waited for him to speak something else, but he didn't. About the marriage thing, let's talk about it after my graduation. He nods, I'll still down towards his phone. It's just, I think I'm not mentally prepared yet for everything, she whispers, letting her out. His hand stops for whatever he was doing. And then he nods again in understanding. I got it. It will not happen again. His voice was not angry or rude, but the way he didn't look up to see her was bothering Gwen more than she can accept as she crouched down to his level and forced him to look towards her. Then why are you not staring me? She cries out. He softly held her hand and gently pushed it back. I can understand. You're not ready mentally, emotionally, or however. But I also suggest you to keep a distance too when I'm human too. I also have feelings. What do you take it as? It's simple as it sounds. Let's keep our distance till marriage then. I can't take responsibility if you break this deal. When take a breath, understanding the meaning behind it. Right if I break it? She adds these in her voice, and the glint of mischief in her eyes as she smirks and pulls her closer towards him. Then I'm not responsible for whatever going to happen afterwards, she drawled huskily, and she nods in understanding. Got it. Okay then, I shall take my leave. She turns to leave, but his voice stops her. Are you going wherever? She shakes her head as no. I'll drive myself, don't worry. With the last wink, she dashed out of house, while he chuckled slightly while shaking his head in disbelief. He knew she will try to pull us in now, and that was exactly what was going in her mind. Both of them was engaged for more than 2 years now, and being cousins, they visit each other's home quite oftenly. And Jerry on top, Jungkook was once professor too, which actually make things more interested. Don't you think Professor Jion is being more strict these days? Rosa nodded in agreement while one sighs. I think he had argument with his girlfriend or wife, and he's taking out her revenge on us. Poor us, she huffs in annoyance, shaking her head in disbelief while her eyes widened in shock. It was true they had argument days ago, but both of them ended up things on a light note. And as about the deal, they were maintaining their distance but always flirt with each other on texts. Maybe he's just stressed about something. Why try to turn story possible? But his attitude and behavior, it seems more like a relationship problem. One scoffs at disbelief. You what, a love advisor or a matchmaker? Yes, I am. She announced proudly in her annoyance. Yeah, that's a common possibility. Imagine him with his girlfriend or maybe wife. How do they look together? She must be as pretty as him, or even more when cheeks flushed with crimson color. Guys, stop it. Well, how did he baby had like a same cold-hearted professor? Perhaps he's romantic with her. All memories start coming my spine, making her flushed. Well, he's a cold-hearted with everyone in university except her, of course. She's the only girl who have privilege to see his all sides. Finn felt proud internally, but sighs as her lips curls in a smile, while some butterflies have a happy party. But remembering her surroundings, she immediately makes a straight face. We're getting late for class. She dragged them with her before they start another topic. It was third lecture, and one was getting bored with every passing second. She hated those professors who make subject more boring than it traditionally is. The bell rings, making her sighs, and then Jungkook enters in class. He have those glasses on his eyes and his whole charm and charisma, giving a perfect and most handsome professor's vibes. The rest meets a shy smile across her face before she sit properly and behave like a student. Link was teaching while one was just staring him. She will never accept it anytime soon, nor in front of his face, that she was as madly in love with him as he was for her. She loves his little touches, the way he makes her flush and fluster, the random studying sessions, cute dates. In fact, each and every minute she spent with him was too precious for her. She was as stressed ready to get married and start living with him as he was, but sometimes she got double-minded, and sometimes she don't know how to respond quickly when he asks her something, just like what happened last time in his house. She wants to say yes, but being the introvert she is, she just wants to run away from the situation at the same time. Her friend slightly shake her, making her came out of her daydreamings as she got startled and immediately looked towards her with a confused look. Professor Chun is calling for you, Wan. Clear her throat as she turns her face back towards him, who was already staring her keenly as she gulps a nervous lump in her throat. "We were your lost princess," he drawled huskily, and Wan's eyes widened as the chick turned pink. She can sense the curious dark gaze of almost all glass on her, making her more nervous and flushed. Then cleared his throat, realizing what he just said in the moment. Probably he was also in his own trance. It was more like a slip of tongue, and he knew he needed to cover up the situation before felt uncomfortable. Where you lost princess, as you read this book, when Menegis moved from Wan to back towards Jungkook, and warmth started spreading in Wan's stomach because she knew he was trying to handle the situation now. As she cleared her throat to speak something. No, sir, I'm sorry, sir. I have not read this book, she murmurs softly as he nods and turns his gaze towards class. Does anybody else read this book? The answer was no, and how could they when there was no such book with the same title? Once and in the rest of the class, she didn't look up even for a single second, being embarrassed and too flushed to face anyone. Oh my god, for a minute I thought he called you princess. Rosa nods in approval. He was talking about book, guys. Yeah, right. But the way he says it, oh my god, it sounds so. Listening from him when smack had head. Shut up and concentrate on your food. Well, even though they were once besties, but Wen have never shared her personal life with them. She always liked to keep her private and social life differently. I'm sorry about earlier. He don't drop her home, but they have family dinner to attend after university, so Jungkook's mothers ordered them to come back home together. Moreover, he have to apologize for earlier as well. When shrugs as she wanna apologize, when giggles and he frowned, that was odd behavior. It's okay, baby, your apology accepted. You're fine, love, right? When was a bro in confusion? Why? What happened? Am I not looking fine? You're behaving weird when Claire Humali as he chuckles. Here we are now. It seems more like my baby, he cooed, pinching her cheeks and went huffs in annoyance. They have already changed before coming here, Jungkook. Mother greeted both of them happily. Ego, you're looking so pretty in this dress. When smiling shyly, both of them start talking, ignoring Jungkook, making him huffs and annoyed. Mom, I'm also your son. He almost pouts, being jealous, while she rolls her eyes. When did I say you're not? That's why you're giving your all attention to your daughter-in-law only. Someone is jealous, Mom, went cooed, smirking, while Jungkook glared at her but didn't speak anything. We have more things to talk about, he scoffs. She didn't even use half of these words with me. Now when glare him. Excuse me? She narrows her eyes before both of them start fighting like cats and dogs, like always. Jungkook's mother interrupted both of them. Stop being greedy, Jungkook, she warned and turned towards Wan. You know he sometimes lost his brain cells, so just ignore him, she told Wan, making her smirk in triumph, while Jungkook's face hung low. Of course, Mom, as you say, she intertwined her arms with hers and left from there, while Jungkook just huffed in annoyance and frustration. Both of them mingle and party, interact with everyone, attention everyone. Party will start in 10 minutes and have important announcement to make, so till then have fun, everyone shared. Jungkook raised a brow in confusion but shrugs anyway. Right after 10 minutes, many photos of Jungkook start appearing on projector. From his childhood till now, he was super confused, and as it ended, everyone started singing Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to Jungkook. He gasped in surprise because he didn't even remember his own birthday and didn't even know this party was actually organized for him. As he cuts the cake with family and some most special person in his life, well, the surprise didn't hear it, son. He announced in mic, making him frown. King Where else possibly left now? Well, as all of you already know, my son Jungkook, he's engaged with my brother's daughter, my niece, my precious girl. When's small Charlie, so they're getting married after 3 months after Win's graduation. He chirped another round of applause with congratulations echoes in hall while Jungkook was just standing there in shock. He had no idea when this happened. Everyone congratulating him, but his eyes roamed around to find his girl, and finally he saw her surrounded with people just like him. Their eyes meet for a brief moment. His eyes have a hint of warmth, which returned as they held their gaze for a few seconds, talking with each other through their eyes. And with a wink, went towards the gaze of the other's eyes, making him flush and erect. You know what about it? She giggles. Both were excited as they sneak out from party as she nods. You want this? She smiles and warmth spread. In his system, are you sure? They slowly. She cupped his cheeks and creased them lightly. Of course I am. I talk with dad myself to talk with uncle. She shrugs. But when? If he suggests this just because of the conversation between us a few weeks ago, then don't do it. One tip thought and relax. That was what I want. His eyes widened in shock. He was literally surprised with her every gesture today as he gulps. Do you change yourself with someone else? Rhea smiled when narrows her eyes. Fine then, I'll take it back and leave from here too. She turns to leave while he pulled her back by putting his hand around her tummy, back hugging her. Tried to leave, but he didn't let her. I'm sorry, don't leave, princess. She paused and stopped fighting to escape. Thank you, it was best birthday gift ever. I didn't even remember it was my birthday. I know, she murmured softly. You know how much he loves you when I can't even describe it in words. Thank you for everything. Went turns towards him. You don't need to say your actions tell everything. She raised his face gently and he smiles. At the end, thanks for watching.